So Jonathan, was this shed here always?
No, so this was all a new build. It was kind of an extension of the existing shed that was there. So we kind of had around 50 cubicles in the existing, and we just built this on, another 30 cubicles and headspace for, over 100 cows that they can all eat at one time, and increased slurry storage as well. We were kind of caught for slurry storage, so yeah.
So we're looking at here your Crowley bin anyway.
12-ton Crowley bin. It's handy because I said I'd go big enough when I'm doing it at all, and it's handy that we can don't have to be looking at it too frequently. We can get it filled up there kind of once a month or whatever, and that does that. And we've the generator there hidden as well.
Okay.
So that's actually on an auto transfer switch, so auto transfer switch. So if the power goes down, within 10 seconds she kicks in, and she'll turn herself off then. Right. So it's
nice and compact too.
Yeah, it's handy.
Yeah.
And then the water heater then, the dairy geyser, so it gives us serious hot water for washing the bull tank, and
does the job.
Yeah. It's a great job. Jeez, we were always struggling with water because the cylinders are great, but I mean if you've it on long enough, sure there's cold water filling into it, so the temperature drops. So here you've as much hot water as you ever want, like.
Okay.
And with the yogurts being moved up here eventually, we'll have that then. That'll be able to wash in there as well. So.
Okay. So what fuel supplies that dairy geyser?
I actually had it on the HVO when I got it, just for the crack. And then sure, when you're running low and there's a diesel tank in the yard, you just put it on diesel. So now it's not supposed to be the best for it to have it on diesel. It can get a bit smoky, but I haven't had that issue yet anyway. So we have it just on diesel at the moment.
Okay.
And as I said, there's always diesel in the yard, so we don't have to go looking for fuel or anything like that.
Yeah. So look, we'll have a look at the shed here. So your grazeway gates are here, are they?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we've ABC there. ABC there, yeah. So again, it is kind of a compact unit. It is, and it's on a tank, which is nice. I know some of the older grazeways, they weren't allowed to be built on tanks, so it'd be kind of messy around there. But
good for maintenance, to keep it clean, easier.
Yeah. So we actually have a Discovery collector that cleans as well. It's parked below there, charging at the moment, and that's been a gift because I suppose it can clean the slats here. I have it just set for twice a day here now at the moment, but in the winter time it's going every hour, doing a different route. It goes into the old cubicles there as well, and that's solid floor. So the beauty of the collector is it can vacuum on solid floor.
Or push here.
And push here then.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So it's perfect.
It just knows where it is, so it'll do either or, is it?
Yeah, it's programmed. The lads have it all programmed. So no, and it's been a great job. And I suppose the beauty of it is, if you ever wanted to extend an area or anything, you can just get the lads to recode it. Like we had normal scrapers, we call them, whatever they're called, inside there. So we took them out. I suppose the collector can do crossover points and stuff as well. So yeah, it's been a good job.
Great. So before we look at the robot, how many cubicles?
We've over 80 cubicles here now.
Yeah.
There's around 30 new ones, I suppose. And as you can see, I've the neck rail just pulled down for there for when
so
we
you
go
pulled it
buffer.
forward.
Yeah, I just pull it forward.
Yeah.
It's easy. I can just undo it again and pull it back for the winter, but pull it forward, and it just, when we are going to be buffer feeding at some stage, they'll be going down there. We'll lift this fella up.
So this gate here then?
That's our Condon, what do they call it? A bungee gator.
Yeah.
So she just goes up like this. So again, handy when you're training a cow to the robot, you can put that down and she's there then ready to go in. So
you're not chasing down around here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, before, we didn't put it in at the very beginning now, but you'd be doing a small bit of chasing, so
yeah,
we put that in. Handy, very handy, flips out of the way.
Okay, Condon cubicles?
Yeah, all Condon cubicles, yeah. So the guy that built the shed for us, actually, he supplied everything, kind of, so I didn't deal with it. Yeah, James Welch, yeah. So James and Robbie, two sound lads, good builders, so they built this for me actually as well. So the idea of this is that if we ever were buffering, if we got a real drought now or anything, that we could use we could come in over there, so they'd go out the Graysway, as if they're going to a paddock, but they'd come in through those non-return gates here, and they'd be grass or silage, whatever, out here, and then they'd come back to the Robot this way, and then, depending on the time of the day, the grazer would send them out to the paddocks then. So you could actually use this area as a paddock as such, so that's the idea of this. Now, we haven't used it so far, but...
and the benefit of having that full gate then, as opposed to having it fully open and maybe
I
not
suppose
just park
the
gate.
problem is that cows might just hang around here then. So we want them to get out. You might only want them in here from 6 in the evening until whatever time, 2 a.m. or whatever, and you might want them to go out again. So then if they go through here, back to the Robot, they have to go to the Graysway again, but depending on the time of the day, they mightn't be allowed back in here.
Right, they're isolated to a point.
Yeah. So
slats are grooved then?
Yeah. So they're the 14'6" slats. So they're good. We've had no issues, and the collector's parked up there. So to be a bit more dirty than that now in the winter time, I can tell you. But so that's it. It was basically just an extension of the existing shed. You can see the block wall there of that's my father's building. It's held up. It's held up over time. So that's probably the bones of closing in on 50 years old, I'd say. So it's kind of a nice contrast between old and new here.
And it works well parallel together.
So basically, all this shed now is as one. The old cubicles they can access it from there or in through the back there. So, and we've calving in the other side as well. So it's kind of one compact unit now of for
you've
cows.
good wide slats here too.
Yeah, it gives good space. Like if you ever had to get a tractor in or anything like that as well, so we can come in through the gates there. So.
Do cows have a preference for the new area or the old area? Is there anything?
Weirdly
obvious?
enough, I kind of thought that they'd be all in the new area, but I suppose in the winter it can be kind of cold here. It's a nice airy shed, but some of them still go in around the back and they sit in there because it's very cozy in around the older part. But yeah, it depends on the cow. Some of them you'd nearly know what cubicle they're in. But yeah.
So you've one tank here, or is it a kind of?
So this is actually just one full tank going the whole way around.
Okay, and these are.
And she's actually joined. She's joined on the ends. It's the whole way around. There's actually a piece of steel going across here, holding up this. So there's no walls here or anything. So basically, you can put, and we've lovely liquidy slurry with the Robot. So the Robot washes all into the tank. If you're dumping milk that has antibiotics, it goes into the tank. The bull tank washes all into this. So everything goes into this, and you've lovely liquidy slurry because of it then, so you could nearly agitate from one corner outside there and the whole thing will whip around. So
any aeration below? Or
no,
just agitate.
Just normal agitator.
So we'll have a quick look at the old, so what served you well?
Yeah, so that's the old cubicles basically. So this is all we had for headspace as well, so it was very tight. Not every cow could feed at a time. And look, it was grand. There was no bother with it, but I suppose when we were building it, we'd kind of build it for the future a bit as well. They're high up like that for the sake of the collector. So the collector is able to go underneath, and it drives out here, goes underneath, and goes up the 2 passageways.
So it's doing all that cleaning for you as well?
The whole area.
Tractor going up there?
No. Now, we had automatic scrapers there before, but obviously it didn't do the crossover point, and so there'd be a build up here. So we used to come in with the tractor and clean that, but the collector will come in and as I said, to solid floor there, so to sucking there.
It's a powerful gate.
Yeah, my father got these made, especially when this shed was done. So yeah, it's a serious gate, to be fair.
So you're calving then here in
this? We're calving in there, so they can cross over the whole way at the back of the old shed and directly. And actually, how I do it when a cow calves, they come straight across the back and they actually go into the back of the Robot area, into the separation area.
Right.
I'll show you. We put up just a wire while they're coming back from calving. They come in here then, and inside here before they go to the Robot then. I'll obviously, the first job is to register that they've calved, so to tell the Robot that they're not a dry cow anymore. I put them into the treatment box then there. So I think that's been a great benefit to us. They go in there straight away. We strip out the sealers, do the cow's tail, sometimes singe their udder, have them kind of robot ready, give them a bolus of calcium if they need it or whatever, and then they go straight into the robot from there then, and default when you say a cow is calved, it sends the milk into buckets for calves for 3 days. So that's just default standard, and then she'll go back to her calf then. So that's how it kind of works. As I said, the first job before they get milked after calving is into that. Yeah, and look, the treatment box has been a great investment.
That's a Lely box too.
Yeah. Well, it is Lely branded, but I don't think it's made by Lely. But look, it was easier just to get everything from the one company, like when you're.
So this all came from Lely and Mitchelstown, is it?
Yeah, Lely Mitchelstown. Yeah, great to deal with, to be fair, and on startup as well. Seriously good. Like, fierce dedicated. They're not looking at the watch that they want to go home or anything at any time. So
it's a key aspect of the project, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the startup is.
Yeah, when the pressure is on.
Yeah, it's hectic going there for a week. Like, especially the first day is really hectic.
Yeah.
I remember around the lunchtime, we started up at 6 a.m, and I checked the bull tank, and there wasn't a whole lot of milk in it. So after the whole day,
after all the effort.
Yeah, just cows were stressed and everything. Yeah. But that was just it. The first day was the worst. The second day, so weird how the second milking, they kind of just realise it's nothing to be scared of, and they're getting fed in there. And by day 3 and 4, look, you're kind of just gathering cows, really gathering them, and they're fine when they're in there. But you were just gathering them and gathering in bunches.
So when did you start milking formally? It wasn't in the spring, was it? Or
no, it was the autumn.
Yeah.
Autumn last
year.
Okay,
so you had a big bulk of cows to put at it.
Yeah, big bulk. Yeah, so they were divided into 3 groups. So those 3 groups had to keep separate to make sure the cows were being milked twice a day. So you'd bring over a group of 22 or 3 cows, and they would stay in front of the robot.
So they never saw a parlour again. Then the old parlour.
No, never saw. And every cow took this, despite what people might say online and stuff. So. Yeah. Every cow,
there's no going back.
Cows are 12, 13 years old, so there's no going back. No.
Yeah, great. So now let's have a look at the robot and what you do maybe daily.